आज ही डाउटनेट ऐप डाउनलोड करें। डाउटनेट पर होगा अब आपके सभी मैथ्स, केमिस्ट्री, फिजिक्स और बायोलॉजी डाउट्स का सफाया। बस अपने क्वेश्चन की फोटो खींचो, उसे क्रॉप करो और तुरंत वीडियो सोल्यूशन पाओ। डाउनलोड नाउ।
Hello friends, welcome. The question states, for which value of x is 4x plus 3 greater than 6x minus 8? So this is a question of inequality because there is no equal to sign. Rather than that, there is a greater than sign. And we have to find the range of values of x for which 4x plus 3 is greater than 6x minus 8. So the expression given to us as 4x plus 3 is greater than 6x minus 8. So in order to find the solution of this particular question, we need to isolate x. So if we get like x is greater than something or x is less than something, then we can say that okay, we have obtained the answer. That means we need to get rid of these constants in addition and subtraction and these constants 4 and 6 in multiplication. So we need to follow the steps in such a way that we are able to eliminate all of these. So first thing that we are going to do is subtract 4x from both the sides. We are going to subtract 4x from both the sides so that the only term remaining over here is going to be 3, right? Because 4x is going to cancel out with 4x and the term with x is only going to stay there on one side. So I'm going to subtract both sides by 4x. So what I get is 4x plus 3 minus 4x is greater than 6x minus 8 minus 4x. So what I did, once again, I subtracted 4x from both the sides. So x term remains only on one side, right? So this 4x and this 4x cancels out and 6x minus 4 is going to be 2x, right? So I can say that 3 is greater than 6x minus 4 is 2x. 2x minus 8. Now, here I have 3 is greater than 2x minus 8. So I'm going to add 8 to both the sides so that I get rid of this minus 8 over here. So I'm going to add 8 to both the sides. So what do I have? 3 plus 8 is greater than 2x minus 8 plus 8. So these two actually cancel out because minus 8 and plus 8 cancel out. So the next step, I can definitely say that 3 plus 8 is 11 is greater than twice of x. So step by step we are actually inching closer to isolate x, right? We are inching closer to the answer, right? That we can say. Now here, if we subtract both sides by, if we divide both sides, right? So if we are going to divide both sides by 2, then definitely what remains here is simply x. So let us divide both sides by 2, right? Now there is one very important thing that we need to keep in mind over here. Since we are dividing 11 and 2x by 2, which is positive sides, right? 2 is positive in nature. So this inequality does not reverse. So if we are dividing by something which is positive in nature, greater than remains greater than and less than remains less than. But whenever we are dividing or multiplying, right? So it is valid for both multiplication and division by something which has a negative sign. So which has a negative sign. So in that case, greater than becomes less than and less than becomes greater than. So whenever we are dividing or multiplying by a positive quantity, we need not do anything. But when we are dividing or multiplying by something which is negative in nature or negative value, then definitely we need to reverse the inequality sign, right? So we are dividing both sides by 2. So this becomes 11 by 2 and which is greater than twice of x by 2. So this 2 and this 2 actually cancel out. And finally we can say what remains is 11 by 2 is greater than x. Or we can reverse this and we can write this as x is less than 11 by 2. Now 11 by 2 is equals to 5.5. So we can say that x is less than 5.5 is our answer. So anything less than 5.5 should be our answer. So we can write x belongs to minus infinity because less than 5.5. So from minus infinity we can take any value up to 5.5 and I'm using open brackets because in the range 5.5 is not included because it is less than, not equal to sign is not included over here, and minus infinity to 5.5 is our answer. So any value in this particular range which will satisfy the inequality 4x plus 3 is greater than 6x minus 8. So any value that we pick from this range should be our answer. So for example, if I'm going to take any value from this range, suppose any value which falls in this range is 5 or 4, minus 7, minus 53 minus 4000, etc. So any of these values could actually be the answer to this particular question. So what we actually did, we simplified this inequality, we isolated x and we converted it in terms of the range, or right away from here also we could have commented on what a possible value of x can be. So for this particular question we can say that answer for this particular question can be 5, because 5 falls in this range from minus infinity to 5.5. So x is less than 5.5. That is it guys. Thank you so much for watching.
क्लास 6 से 12 से लेके नीट IIT जेईई मेंस और एडवांस के लेवल तक 10 मिलियन से ज़्यादा स्टूडेंट्स का भरोसा। आज ही डाउनलोड करें डाउटनेट ऐप या व्हाट्सएप कीजिए अपने डाउट्स 8400 400 400 पर।